When Ninfa Ramos and her children left Venezuela for Colombia 5 years ago,
Son los documentos de Venezuela.
her adult children found work, and the family found legal status and a long-term home here in Medellin, Colombia. But now, their income and expenses no longer match up, and their situation has become more desperate.
Aquí estamos.
Here we are living the same as we lived in Venezuela. We have the fear that it will also be the same.
De que también sea lo mismo.
Ninfa takes care of her 3 young grandchildren while their parents work long hours in bakeries and as a cargo truck driver. A few months ago, they decided to go to the U.S., where they have family in Florida. They hope to find a way to get there legally and quickly.
If tomorrow they tell us it's approved and we need to leave, we'll leave immediately.
But the quick legal entry to the U.S. that Ninfa and her family want is unlikely. She is one of 28,000 people in Colombia who applied to new U.S.-run facilities called Safe Mobility Offices. They're processing centers in Latin America designed to screen people for safe and orderly ways to reach the U.S., instead of making the dangerous trek to the U.S. Mexico border. VOA visited the first one to open here in Colombia, in Medellin's downtown, at a satellite office for the UN Refugee Agency. We found the centers don't offer rapid processing for people who wish to flee urgently. They're mostly referring people who qualify to the U.S. Refugee Program, a process that typically takes years. There are no U.S. officers physically present at the centers, which provide information about visas and other legal options but do not issue visas. Analysts say the program aims to help people learn if and how they might achieve legal entry to the U.S.
It's different in that it will allow people a chance to evaluate whether they qualify for a lawful pathway, and therefore they don't have to leave irregularly, they don't have to pay a smuggler fee. The problem, again, here is that many of the people that do go to the centers may actually be disappointed with the lack of outcomes they can be eligible for.
Due to high demand, the site has only opened to applications in Colombia for a few days in June and early August. VOA also spoke with Venezuelans at Medellin's bus terminal who were on their way to the Darien Gap in northern Colombia to begin the risky journey toward Mexico. One family we met had applied on the Safe Mobility website when it first opened in June, but said they couldn't wait any longer for the process. They say violence and floods have escalated where they lived in Colombia, near the Venezuelan border. Ninfa says with the 3 adult children working, they can survive for the next few months while they wait to see if they get an answer through the Safe Mobility program.
De verdad, necesitamos.
We need this for the well-being of the girls more than anything. We have to go in reality.
Nos tenemos que ir en realidad.
As the program expands, it will start accepting more applications in Canada and Spain, nations that are temporarily hosting large numbers of Central and South American migrants. Austin Landis for VOA News, Medellin, Colombia.